Chelsea. What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a good time. Hope you're having a safe time. Hope you guys having a prosperous day, and I wish you all a prosperous week. Now I'm back. I'm back again. As we know, the Premier League is close to restart the new season. Most of the teams are on preseason right now. A couple of teams are in the United States, including Chelsea. So I'm gonna be talking about Chelsea, of course, because Chelsea fan. Although I'm still on the fence whether I should continue, but that's another topic for another day. As if you follow Chelsea, you know Chelsea played in a preseason game against Man City on Saturday in Ohio, and Chelsea lost the game 4-2. I saw most of the games. Sorry. So my comment about the game is gonna be short. It's preseason, right? It's preseason, so that's where you try to iron out the kinks and so on. As a coach and as a team, you try and iron out the kinks in your game, because the season is long. You have over 30 games. Well, more than 30. The Premier League alone is 30 plus games. Plus you have FA Cup. You have the League Cup. Plus you have Europe. So there's a lot of games to come. But when the mistakes that you want to make them in preseason, so the coach could go ahead and work on them and better the team as the season about to start. Unfortunately for Chelsea, the first game of the season is Man City. The opening game for the season is Man City, and that's the team they played yesterday. All right. I say Chelsea lost the game 4-2. In my view, it could have been more, and Chelsea maybe could have scored more too, because Man City pressed Chelsea and caused them to make mistakes from the back. Now, Enzo Maresca, which is new Chelsea coach, have a different style of playing than the former coach Pochettino. He say, based on what I read and what I understand by when he used to coach Leicester City, he loved playing up from the back, right? He loved playing up from the back. He loved his defenders and his goalkeepers playing out the ball from the back. However, playing out from the back is very dangerous, right? And as I said, it's preseason, so the players hasn't grasped that style of players yet. He has 2 more weeks or 3 more weeks to tighten up, because you have a next preseason game against Real Madrid coming up, and then he goes back to Stamford Bridge and have the final preseason game with Inter Milan. So he has 2 preseason games to make changes, and he have the training session. So, like I said, they tried playing out from the back, and it wasn't good. They made a lot of Man City forced them into making mistakes, which caused turnovers and the ball in the back of the net in a few seconds. We see one game in the early part of the preseason. I think it was the first game against Wrexham, when Buddy Shield made a bad pass from the back, and he caused a goal for Wrexham. But yesterday we saw 2 or 3 mistakes from the back, right? With the pressing, Man City was pressing in the middle, bam, turnover in the back of the net. Haaland didn't hesitate to put the ball in the back of the net. So Maresca has work to do. Do we have the players? Do we have the defenders to play that style of football? Time alone will tell, right? Time alone will tell if we have the players, or he will have to drill them into playing that kind of style of football. When I say drill, you got to keep working them in training until they get it. If not, then he's in some trouble, because the Premier League teams, yesterday was Man City, but Arsenal is a pressing team also, right? Aston Villa is coming. Is getting better with Una Emery, and there are a lot of other teams, even so-called mid-table teams, that will punish you in the Premier League with that kind of with the kind of turnovers and this kind of football. So Maresca has a lot of work to do. Have a lot of work to do in before that season get rolling. Otherwise, Chelsea gonna be in deep trouble in the beginning of the season. But hopefully he can get it right, and we'll see the fruits of him getting it right. But again, we saw it was evident that not having experienced players in your team is detrimental to the team. Not having seasoned veterans or experienced players in your team is detrimental, because you need in games like that, you need experienced players, tried and true players that been there, done that has the calm nerves to deal with situation like that. And we didn't see that yesterday again. Dewsbury Hall, yeah, he comes in. He got an easy. He had an easy in the game before. He had an easy goal to score, and he missed. The yesterday Enzo Fernandez had an easy one again too, and he missed. Is it Ross? I don't know. With Enzo Fernandez, as I keep saying since last season, I'm not impressed with Enzo Fernandez game at Chelsea. For the kind of money Chelsea paid for Enzo Fernandez, he's not impressing me at all. He's average. Bam, average player. Average. Even in Argentina, he's average. I don't see what he does for Chelsea. I don't see what he does for Argentina. He's not leading in assists. He's not topping the team in assists. He's not leading in tackles. He's not top in terms of players in tackles, right? He's not leading in goals, and he's not topping goals at the top in goals for both his team and Argentina. What he does, is that you're in the midfield. It's two things. Either you're a scoring midfielder, you are a defensive midfielder, and he's considered a defensive midfielder, and you are a box-to-box midfielder, right? And he's none of this. None. He's none. But I don't want to base my whole show, half of the show on Enzo, because it's like I'm running out of things to say about Enzo Fernandez since last season. But my focus back to the coach. He has a lot of work to do. Lots of work to do with especially the defenders. Passing her from the back. Right? He bought one defender, which is Chelsea have a new defender. He had a terrible game yesterday. You have Badia Shield, who is prone to mistake also. Caldwell is still learning how to play that kind of football. Right? Chelsea is about to sell Chalobah. Right? And I'm sure Chalobah could have played that kind of football too, but Chalobah is a better defender than Badia Shield. Right? You have Fofana who came out of the bench, and then you have Disasi who hasn't played that game as yet. So he seems Maresca don't seems to favor him. So he seems like he's gonna be out of the team, or he's gonna be on loan, right? So because he hasn't played that game as yet, so we see the signs there. Maresca don't favor him. He look like, I don't think he's injured, right? Now the next game coming up against Real Madrid in where they gonna be playing? They played in Ohio. I think the next game gonna be in Charlotte, I think. Against Real Madrid. Yeah, you expect I expect to see Palmer get a run out in this game, and then he may get a run out in Inter Milan back in Stamford Bridge too. But the positive yesterday with the wingers, when Sterling came in and Madueke came in, they created a threat against Man City. Hence they scored 2 goals against them for both players, left wing, right wing. They changed the game a little bit because there was a little bit more dynamic. There was more attacking on the wing. They attacked the left back, they attacked the right back on both sides and created goals. So that's a positive there. Caicedo started. He's coming out of a tournament, so he need to get up to speed with Maresca style and so on. So we'll see him when the season start, because I don't see him on the bench, even though they bring Dewsbury Hall. And that's the next thing again. Unfortunately, Enzo Fernandez is going to play because Chelsea bought him for over $100 million. So there's no way you're putting whether he's playing good or not, there's no way you're putting $100 million person on the bench, keeping him on the bench. That's just not going to happen, right? That just not. So Maresca will have to find a space in there for him, which means is that Lavia going to be out or Dewsbury Hall going to be out? Lavia and Caicedo as 2 holding midfielders, Chelsea going to go places with both, because they could defend, could hold, both could defend, both could hold the ball, and like midfield general, they could hold the ball and pass on the ball in the midfield, Lavia and Caicedo. So I'm not sure how he fit in 3 of them in the midfield, which I don't think he will do. I think he will have maybe have Dewsbury Hall and Caicedo, Enzo, and he may leave Lavia coming off the bench, which I don't agree with anyway, right? But if you have Dewsbury Hall, what you do with, you have Palmer to come, right? You have Palmer to come, and you have Dewsbury Hall. Palmer, I'm not sure how he's gonna have Palmer playing. Palmer is a roamer. He's a free. He has, against Pochettino, he had the role to just roam, get the ball, pick up the ball in different spots, different places, and do his things. With Maresca, we're not sure if Maresca will want him to do that, or if he gonna stick him on the left wing, leave Sterling outside, and start Madueke on the other side. Who knows if he gonna do that? But if he leaves Sterling outside, that's unfortunate, because Sterling is having a good preseason also. Sterling is having a good preseason. So, and Sterling is making it hard for him to leave him outside. Okay, he's playing. The games that he played well. Right? So let's see what will happen in the next 2 games, and how he's gonna impact the team. and see how the season starts. Now, sooner or later, we're gonna see a lot of players start going out on loan. Maybe after that US tour, we're gonna see a lot of players going out on loan because Chelsea have a huge team, huge team on preseason, huge team. They like 20, I think it's like 28 to 30 players they have. Right? He has to boil on, he has to shorten that to 24. To 24 players for the season. Okay, you can't register more than that. So it's gonna be interesting to see who. Well, we know Gallagher is getting ready to leave, which is very unfortunate and it's disappointing. Chalobah is also on his way out, which is also disappointing. And we'll see other players going out on maybe on loan or be sold. So let's see what's happening in the next couple of weeks, and I'll talk to you a little later. So if you're a Chelsea fan, if you're a Chelsea fan, if you're Man City, Manchester United, Liverpool, the case may be, I wish you all the best for the upcoming season, but it's going to be interesting again. So let's see. All right. Looking forward for the season start. See you soon. Later.